The number of Assyrian Christians taken hostage by ISIS in Syria continues to rise. The Assyrian Human Rights Network says that 262 people have now been captured. They were taken from the Al-Hasaka province in the northeast of the country. Joining me live from Sweden is Usama Edward, the founder of the Assyrian Human Rights Network. Thanks for being with us and joining us. I understand, Usama Edward, that you personally know some of the people in those villages that were overrun by ISIS. Is that correct?
Yeah, good evening, Helen. Thank you for having me here. Actually, I have some friends among the hostages. One of them is an Assyrian singer. Actually, she is a friend of mine. We have been playing music together, me and her. And she has been arrested actually together with her 3 kids in this horrible situation that have been facing the Assyrians in Syria.
And you're getting information there from the ground. 262 of those Assyrian Christians now captured by ISIS. Is that correct?
That's correct. The latest numbers that we're getting now from Syria are really 200 and more than 260. So the number is increasing while we are getting more information about people who are missing since Monday, 23rd. 4 a.m. local time of the morning, ISIS attacked them and started to kidnap and take those hostages. So we are following the numbers that are increasing. The number of displaced families is also increasing. Now we're talking about 1,380 families actually has been displaced, and I've just been told by my colleagues before I come to the studio that the first group of the Assyrian families have arrived really in Iraq to northern Iraq in Dohuk and Erbil. So that was also a news that happened just now.
And those people you are speaking with who were able to flee, how are they describing these kidnapping operations by ISIS? I mean, how do they unfold? Because it appears as though dozens of villages are being targeted pretty much at the same time.
You know how it was like that? When ISIS attacked the villages, the chain of Assyrian villages are like composed of 34 Assyrian villages. So when they attacked the first one, the other villages could really flee and hide themselves. Some of them, as I've been talking to some of them, who could really use some little boats in the river, Al-Habur River, to cross the river to the other side using the boats with their children and their wives in the small little boats. The others have been moved to Al-Hasaka by buses, local buses. Many others have been actually killed. They couldn't flee. Some of them have been hiding themselves in the cities or in the villages themselves. And I'm told that one of the families who have been hiding themselves in the family of Tel Goran have been able to move to the other side today, this evening.
Just terrible news. Once again, there are communities so long established in these countries having to flee for their lives. And as you mentioned, there are more than 260 believed to be captured by ISIS. Thank you, Usama Edward of the Assyrian Human Rights Network, for joining us with more on this tragic development. Let's go back now.